When my grandfather passed away, he left me 15 acres of wooded land just outside town. It wasn't much to look at, a tangled mess of trees and brush, but it had been in our family for 3 generations. I always thought I'd build a cabin there one day, maybe retire in peace. Life got busy, and the land just sat there for years. I paid the taxes, kept the deed locked up, and visited it maybe twice a year. It never crossed my mind that anyone would mess with it, until I drove out there last fall and found a subdivision. 30 shiny, identical homes lined what used to be my grandfather's old hunting trails. Freshly paved streets, mailboxes, landscaped lawns, the whole cookie-cutter HOA package. I honestly thought I was lost at first, but the street sign, bearing my grandfather's name, made my stomach drop. I parked and knocked on the nearest door. A confused woman answered with a baby on her hip. I asked her how long she'd lived there. 2 years, she said. We love it. The HOA is really strict, but it keeps the neighborhood nice. HOA? On my land? I went straight to the county records office the next day. Sure enough, the deed was still in my name. No sale, no transfer, nothing. Turns out, a shady developer claimed the land was abandoned and pushed through a build with forged documents. The HOA board bought the lie, sold the homes to unsuspecting families, and never bothered to check the actual ownership. I hired a lawyer immediately. He nearly fell out of his chair when he saw the paperwork. After months of court battles, the ruling came down. The land and everything on it legally belonged to me. The developer vanished to avoid prosecution, leaving the HOA holding the bag. When the ruling hit, I called an emergency meeting with the HOA president, a smug guy named Tom who thought he could intimidate me. He tried to offer me a settlement to sign the land over for the good of the community. He even threatened to sue me if I didn't agree. I just smiled and handed him the eviction notice. 30 days, that's all they had. The look on his face when he realized I wasn't bluffing was priceless. I felt bad for the families at first. They'd been scammed, too. Some of them begged me to let them stay, but the houses technically belong to me now, and my lawyer warned me not to make side deals that could drag this out for years. Most of the homeowners joined a class action to sue the developer and the HOA board. As for me, I sold the land, homes and all, to a legitimate builder. He paid me fair market value, which turned out to be 7 figures higher than I ever thought my inherited land would be worth. Now, the new builder is working with the families to buy back their own homes properly, legally this time. Tom and his crooked board? They're facing criminal charges for fraud and conspiracy. It's not how I imagined honoring my grandfather's legacy, but I know he'd be proud I stood my ground. His land stayed in the family until the end, and in the end, the people who thought they could steal it learned you don't mess with what you don't own.